شاء الله راح نبلش الجلسة الثانية. في البداية حاب انه اشكر اتحاد المصارف العربية وجمعية البنوك الأردنية والبنك المركزي الأردني وجميع الرعاة على تنظيم وإقامة هذا المؤتمر، وإن شاء الله أن تكون النتائج والتوصيات يعني فعالة وقابلة للتطبيق بإذن الله، حتى نقدر يعني نساعد الشركات والمؤسسات على حماية المعلومات والأنظمة الإلكترونية في الشبكات والأجهزة. في البداية راح أعطي سبيتش بسيط، يعني ما راح نطول، أقل من 10 دقائق، اللي هو راح يكون في نوع من أنواع التعاون في تبادل المعلومات اللي خاصة بالسايبر سيكيورتي، وراح نركز على السوشيال انجينيرينج اتاك مبدئيا. So please the presentation. طبعا ما شاء الله السبيكرز حكوا يعني كل الاشياء الضروريه واللي خاصه بجميع انواع الاتاكس. مبدئيا حكينا انه الاتاكس يعني تتمحور حول 3 اشياء رئيسيه، وحتى الانفورميشن سيكيورتي والسايبر سيكيورتي تتمحور حول 3 مكونات اساسيه، اللي هي حمايه البيبل وحمايه البروسيسز، بالاضافه الى حمايه الاجهزه والتكنولوجي. هلا حكينا كثير عن التكنولوجي والبروسيسز، بس حاب اركز يعني على موضوع حمايه البيبل إيليمنت وتبادل المعلومات الخاصه بالبيبل إيليمنت والبيبل ثريتس في موضوع التوتال سيكيورتي، واللي سميناه اللايرد سيكيورتي، او احيانا بيسموه the onion like model of protecting the information, because one layer will not be enough in protecting the information, as we have seen. So if you install a firewall on IPS or WAF or whatsoever, this will not be enough. So protecting the people element and sharing the information about this kind of protection is very important. And if we look at the recent statistics regarding the cybersecurity threats, we'll find out that the biggest cybersecurity threat nowadays is social engineering. And social engineering, as you all know, is basically defined as tricking users into disclosing confidential information, as well as tricking them to do something that they are not usually doing it in order to disclose the most confidential data, which is basically the credentials, usernames and passwords. Okay, so we will not go over the details of social engineering, the statistics. All the guys and the presenters, they have presented very highly accurate and information regarding the attack statistics, the investment, and so on. But what I want to share with you is basically a case study. It's a real case study, okay, on one of the biggest companies in the world. They have been attacked, and I don't want to mention the year and the date, but almost 50% of their computers and workstations have been hacked, and the boot sector of those 35,000 computers have been totally destroyed. And the main reason behind this attack was a user who clicked on a phishing link in an email, and the malware was downloaded to his machine, and then that malware propagated into other machines until the malware infected 35,000 machines. And the inefficiency was actually huge, and they have invested more than $500 million into the recovery process. Now, as a result of this attack, they have changed their cybersecurity strategies, okay? And in the past, they were investing, let's say, 20% on protecting the IT environment. And And after the attack, they have switched to more than 50% of the cybersecurity investment. They started with implementing phishing tests on a monthly basis. Okay, they send phishing emails on a monthly basis, and users they behave to those phishing emails. Some users they behave positively, some users they behave negatively. Okay, and they collect this information and they do their own statistics locally, and they identify the users who had the negative behavior, which means they clicked on the phishing link, and they identify the users who actually have the positive behavior by, reporting this email as a spam. Okay, and they have, after some time, after 5 or 6 years from implementing these kinds of controls, they have found out that the number of users who have negative behavior has dropped down. Okay, now once they started this project, the number of users were around 40 to 50% who clicked on those phishing links. But nowadays, it's around less than 5%, which means this is very effective. So those kinds of phishing tests, they are supported by policies as well. They have developed policies, okay, with violations. Okay, so whoever clicks on a phishing link for the first time and his account will be, for example, disabled for a week. And if he clicks on the second time, the second month in a row, his account will be disabled for 2 weeks' time. And he will have to attend an e-learning session or some awareness session. And if he clicks on the third time in a row, his account will be disabled for 3 consecutive weeks, and he needs to attend an e-learning or awareness session. On the 4th time, for example, he needs to be subjected to investigation because this is something suspicious, okay? And his account will be disabled until the results of the investigation comes back with enabling his account back again. So we need to have some policies and strict policies as well as the technology. So technology alone will not help. So technology plus very strict regulations or internal policies and requirements. Okay. Now they have also implemented, in addition to this, many solutions like DLP solution. Again, this is an end user or an endpoint solution. And they have also implemented classification and data classification because DLP solutions will depend 100% on data classification. Okay? So also data classification requires policies. So they started with developing policies, very strict policies with very well-defined, classification levels, and they also have implemented a tool that will restrict or mandate and enforce the user to classify their own information. Okay? Because the policy alone will not help because it's only a paper. Okay? So that tool actually enforced users. So before they click on save or save as, a pop-up comes up saying that you must classify your document. And after the classification, the DLP solution will work based on the classification. So if the DLP policy says no confidentially classified documents to be attached in an email unless they are encrypted with a password, the DLP solution will prevent them from doing this. Okay? So the attachment will not be transmitted in an email. Okay? So DLP is one of the major controls, or it is basically one part of the control or one layer in addition to policies and regulations. Also USB flash drives, as you all know, one of the biggest attacks that happened in 2007 and 2009 were based on USB flash drives. And it caused actually physical damage to large number of hardware devices. Okay? So they have realized that flash drives is one of the biggest threats as well, and they have also implemented some controls to block flash drives and even to whitelist certain flash drives, because a flash drive has got a serial number inside it. So even if I insert a flash drive, the system or the operating system will read the serial number of the flash drive, and based on the whitelisted serial numbers, the DLP solution will be able to block or disable or enable this flash drive. And basically, they have invested a lot also on awareness and regular awareness per each department, and each user have to attend awareness session on a monthly basis, and there is an awareness plan, an awareness program, and an LMS or learning management system that tracks the users and tracks the users' evaluation, and whoever doesn't attend the awareness or the e-learning session, an email will be sent to his boss or his supervisor, and he will be enforced to attend this e-learning or awareness session. So awareness was very important, and the training was basically also one of the major investments that they did onto enhancing the security of their environment. So this is basically what I wanted to share with you. Basically, this case study, it's a real case study, and the results were very promising, and the attacks, of course, has dropped severely. And as we know, nobody is hacker-proof. Everybody is susceptible to hacking attacks, and that's why now, by implementing those kinds of controls and regulations, and basically policies and strict policies and procedures, in addition to certain endpoint solutions, did actually help those organizations. So I wanted to share this information with you, and hope that everybody in this place will also share his experience and share the lessons learned with others. So sharing lessons and lessons learned are very important. So I hope that the اتحاد المصالح العربية بالإضافة إلى جمعية البنوك will be able to collaborate together to share their past experiences or past attacks with each other, so that we can learn and we can protect our environment before the actual attack happens. Okay? And thank you very much.
security threats للأسف كثير من الشركات والمؤسسات تتجاهله، إما لنقص بالريسورسز أو إما لعدم المعرفة فيه. بداية الهاردوير تروجن شبيه إلى حد ما بالسوفت وير تروجنز. I think الجميع بيعرف ليش هو السوفت وير تروجنز. الهاردوير تروجنز عبارة عن malicious موديفيكيشن على الهاردوير ديزاين أو implementation. فأنت عم تحكي مش على مستوى السوفت وير، على مستوى الهاردوير. فهي التعديلات بتكون على مستوى الديزاين او الامبلمنتيشن، تؤدي الى فيلير بالهاردوير في لحظه معينه. فالهاردوير تروجن هدفه to wait for an internal or external event. Once this event occurs, it will trigger some kind of Trojan malware and cause the hardware to fail. فالهدف الاساسي له انه يخلي الهاردوير عندك على الجهاز to fail. ديزاين للهاردوير تروجن بهمنا ثلاث امور. النقطة الأولى انه يكون له low probability of occurrence، فبالتالي احتمالية ظهوره قليلة جدا. النقطة الثانية يكون الاوفر هيد له الإضافة على مستوى الهاردوير برضه قليلة جدا، بحيث يكون الديتكشن له جدا صعب. بالعادة هاي الأمور ما بتكون جاية من your average everyday hacker، بتكون بالعادة من intelligent adversary. It's safe to say that it's either a state-sponsored or some kind of industrial espionage. نقطة تحدث عنها في قبل قليل اللي هي الميلت داون وسبيكترا. hardware trojan it's not like meltdown or spectrum. لو ناخذ اكزامبل بسيط على hardware trojan، إذا بنلاحظ السيركت اللي بالنص عبارة عن AES ASIC. الأسيك عبارة عن hardware chip عندها وظيفة واحدة فقط. ففي هاي الشيب الوظيفة تبعتها to provide you with hardware encryption EES. فعندنا الانبوت اند اوتبوت. هاي الشيب هاي الاسيك بالعادة راح يكون داخلها thousands of logical gates, millions of connections, wires, etc. إذا بنلاحظ في الطرف في عندنا تروجن. هالتروجن عبارة عن single logic gates، عبارة عن multiplexer. الهدف تبعه او الوظيفه تبعته once triggered it will cause the AES ASIC to output a plain text instead of cipher text. فعم نحكي احنا ضفنا فقط single logic gate على